Now, let's talk about Ukraine, of course. We're into our second week of this crisis. Russian Vladimir Putin seems determined to press on with his invasion. There's lots that obviously has been talked about in the news, culpability and so on. We will be talking to two experts today. One is Rebecca Koffler, whose book, Putin's Playbook, very timely book, looks at exactly what Putin's long-term goals are. So we'll be having a chat to her. We'll also be talking to someone, a great friend of this show, you've seen him before, Michael Schellenberger. Now, you will recall last week we said, before anyone else was talking about it, we were saying it here on Outsiders, that it was the green orthodoxy in Europe. The Greens in Germany in particular, but also the Conservatives in Britain and elsewhere. The green ideology of dismantling your coal-fired power stations, your nuclear power stations to get to net zero, that is what gave Putin the confidence and the ability and the strength to set about on his invasion. Now, we will talk to Michael Schellenberger. We said it here first. He backs that claim up very, very soundly with all the data, with all the expertise of precisely what going to net zero means and why we are making exactly the same mistake that Europe has made, James.
Well, yeah, and the latest out of Ukraine is not great. Russian forces are pushing in on Mariupol in the southeast of the country, which is down towards that Black Sea coast, which creates that land bridge to hook up with Crimea. Now, there's so much to say about this, and it's certainly true that Putin has absolutely pulled the wrong rein on this one. He miscalculated badly when he thought the West wouldn't stand up to it. But the West now needs to think about what are the next steps? What is the end game out of this? Because all I'm seeing right now is escalation, virtue signaling, and scarily the sort of virtue signaling that could wind up leading us into some sort of World War III situation. You know, you're talking about you've got 74% of Americans now want the U.S. and NATO to enforce a no-fly zone over Ukraine.
I don't think they know what that means.
No, but it is
because they've heard it and it sounds
because
right.
they think that this is, Iraq again, and you can just, we'll just, make Iraq a no-fly zone, and not realizing Saddam Hussein and Vladimir Putin are very different people.